It was in the ancient city of Kashgar, which lied in a deep valley along the Silk Route. And there was a merchant trader who lived together with his beloved family members, and not to mention his beautiful, strikingly articulate, intelligent parrot. So the merchant trader each year had to embark on a business journey, before which he used to consult with his family members as to what would he like them for him to bring back on his return. A brass lamp, intricate woven garments of silk, a pearled necklace. So he jotted all of this down. But when he came to his parrot said, "Oh, master, go out to this distant land and find the likes of me, and pass on my deep and sorrow plea. Tell them that I remember the days when we used to fly from tree to tree. Tell them that I choke. Even in a rose garden I choke. Tell them that with them by my side, even in a desert land, I will survive." So the master looked at his parrot. He didn't realize that the parrot wanted him to pass on this message to other parrots in another land. So the master said, "Very well, I'll pass this on." So the merchant trader, he saddled his horse and he jumped on his conveyance and he head off on this journey. You see, this merchant trader loved to sing. And one of the songs that he sang on his way was, "Riding over mountain passes, over rivers deep and wide, riding horses both tame and wild. I'm just thinking about the days gone by." You see, he used to really enjoy his travels. Maybe because he wanted to get away from his family? No. But anyway, so he's traveling through this distant land and doing his trade. And one beautiful morning, the mist moved aside, and lo and behold, he's seen the likes of his own parrot. So he seized the opportunity to pass on the message which his beloved parrot asked him to pass on. And he said, "Oh, but I have to say that this parrot was like no eye has ever seen. In fact, there was a whole group of them, a whole flock of them, singing in the most melodious tones that no ear has ever seen or ever heard. That no ear has ever heard." So he passed on the message. And while he was passing on this message to the parrots, the one closest to him, the most beautiful one, began to quiver and shake and grew silent and fell down dead. And the merchant looked at the parrot. Remember, this parrot was so beautiful. And suddenly this parrot is dead. He thought it was his tongue that caused this to happen. He grieved and he carried on his journey. And he had no option but to continue. And he went back home, and then he showered his family with the gifts that he brought. But when he came to his parrot, all his parrot wanted to know was, "Master, master, did you pass on my message?" And the master looked away Master, did you? What did they say? What did they do? I cannot tell. Please, Master. Well, I did indeed pass on your message. But when I was passing on your message, the one closest to me began to shake and grew silent and fell down dead. And to the master's surprise, he looked up at his own parrot, which started to shake and fell down dead. With a heavy heart, he grieved for much time, but he had no option but to release his beloved parrot from the cage. So he did. He approached the cage, removed his beloved from the cage and laid him down. And suddenly, the parrot fluttered his wings and flew to the closest branch. The master looked at the parrot and said, I was not aware you were capable of such trickery. How did you do that? What wisdom did you learn from your ancestors? Ah, the parrot replied and said, my message that you passed on to my ancestors, their reaction to my message was their message back to me that I needed to die before I can be free. And I died. And I am now free. And he bid him farewell with the beautiful greeting of Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And his bird flew off into the distance. Free. No more caged and constrained. This may be a story about me, but may I have your attentive ear and listen to my deep and sorrow plea. We're all in this thing together. So why can't we all just live as one? And we're all like birds of one feather. So why can't we all just live as one? Thank you.